Okay, so it's day 0 for Anime Impulse Dallas. Now, this is a first-year show, and if you've seen my previous vlog about Anime Impulse OC, that was my first time going to this series of shows. Figured since this is local, let's try it out. My expectations are super low because this is a first year, and personally I have not seen a lot of advertising for this online. Maybe it's just missed my feed. Other locals I've been talking to have not heard of the show, period. Maybe the other shows that it's attached to, a Collectors Expo and K-Pop Playfest, might bring in more people, and hopefully since we're all in the same hall, it'll generate more traffic. If you guys have been here before, welcome back. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Jay, the artist behind Jay Perrier. I'm also the prophet to the criminal Torty Cat Mungie. Welcome to the vlog. Hopefully this is fun for you. Thanks for sticking around.
That's $30, sir. Sir? Sir?
Okay, it's the morning of day 1 of Anime Impulse. If you guys weren't aware, this is a 2-day show. There's a lot of shows in Texas in general that happen very close to each other, so I feel like the convention market is really oversaturated here. At my booth, I'm about to put up all my display stickers, or self-serve stickers. While I'm doing that, I figured I want to talk more about the convention center. So this is held at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center, and this is like one of the most confusing buildings, period. Multiple friends called me yesterday, and I felt bad because I couldn't give them proper directions because all I know is like a specific entrance, but everyone I've talked to has walked through a different entrance of the building. If you ever have a show at this convention center specifically, for example, Fan Expo Dallas, I would recommend going through these front doors that you'll see right here. You can look for a big glass door towards Area A. It's 2 buildings that's connected by a bridge. If you can get into any part of the building, you can just make your way to Hall A. But the problem is, there's more walking, more distance. A lot of people had trouble like not being allowed through the load-in docks if you didn't have a vehicle. Some people had trouble just finding any door to open. But just know that the first floor of this building, of these buildings, is kind of useless. There's nothing really in there. All the halls and event venues are usually held in the second floor. So I recommend looking for this on Google Maps, very specifically Ceremonial Drive, not to be mistaken for Memorial Drive. Look for parking around there. There is parking, underground parking on the other side of the building. So just talking with a bunch of different vendors this morning, honestly, I think a lot of us are on the same page. We don't expect the show to be amazing, but I think what's been fun about this show so far is that because I don't get into a lot of Texas shows, I'm actually seeing a lot of friends that I don't get to see that often, and people flew in for this, so I'm like seeing other friends, and I'm like, I did not expect to see them here. It's a nice looking artist alley. I don't think this is gonna be a good show. So it's been a couple of hours into the show, and there's definitely a lot more people now, very similar to Anime Impulse OC, where the first hours of the crowd, I'm pretty sure people are just trying to go to meet and greets and stuff. It is interesting. This table is $400 for 2 days. Maybe I'm just in a bad spot, or this is why I don't get the Texas shows. They just really don't like my stuff. As of right now, I could see this show growing. There is things to do at this show. I mean, considering that there's the K-Playfest area where people are singing and dancing to K-pop songs. There's the Collectives Expo with everyone's like buying trading cards. It seems to be all Pokemon cards though. I was hoping to find some Gundam stuff from my friends, but I see nothing. There were some people earlier who got stuff from me and remembered me from Stratosphere. So I was like, oh wow, I was just not expecting people from Stratosphere. There were also people from Sonic Expo last week who remembered me, so I was like, oh my god, so I really was not expecting the similar crowds. If you guys want to catch my gaming content or drawing content on stream, you can follow me on Twitch. Sometimes I stream to YouTube as well, but Twitch has just been a better platform for me for streaming. I don't know what else to talk about. There's really not much going on. Okay, so I just had a really wholesome interaction. Someone came to buy a Mungie, crime shirt, and I asked them if they wanted to see like a certain size, but they said, oh no, like we bought from you before. I bought as a gift, but I liked it so much I wanted it for myself. I gave them a Mungie business card because apparently it's been a while since they've seen me at a show, especially in Texas, which like I mentioned earlier, I don't get into a lot of local shows. And they were like, yeah, you and one of the artists were the main reasons we wanted to come to this show. So that was really heartwarming that they went out of their way to go come see me. If you somehow are watching, thank you guys so much. Mungie appreciates you guys. All right, that's the end of Anime Impulse Dallas Day 1. Ultimately, I am not feeling it for the show. It was just fine, as expected of a first-year show, but Anime Impulse OC was, I made way more on the first day, so we'll see what tomorrow is like, but I'm really not expecting much. That being said, I have met a lot of really nice fans who have just been really sweet. Another person said that they really enjoy like all my streams and all the content and my art. Another person was like a fan of my time on Sungwon's channel for the Guess That Anime opening, and to everyone who's been really cool to me during the show, really appreciate it. It's like on the one hand, time and money wise, this was not great, and as I've mentioned before in previous vlogs, like when things are slow at a show, you just can't help but get stuck in your mental. You just kind of spiral a lot. But on the other hand, everyone was really sweet. A friend asked me, would I do this again because it's local? And I'm like, if I truly had nothing else, some money is better than no money. So we'll see. All right, it's the morning of day 2 and the final day of Anime Impulse Dallas. I guess they're doing a sound check. There's a lot of music going on already. I spent this morning just chatting with a bunch of the fellow artists around, just asking them how they're doing. It's been varied. People with VTuber stuff, more specifically Niji Sanji, they're doing very well, while other people are saying it's fine. I think the biggest complaint from Artist Alley to Anime Impulse as a company is that the tables for 2 days is $400. If I haven't mentioned that already, it's a lot. I think the big thing might be there's a difference in what attendees and crowds want in California versus Dallas. Maybe people here are just more focused on the VTuber merchandise, while I didn't have that issue in OC. I was trying to restock, and I actually had one more Persona 5 acrylic stand set, and that is actually my last one. I did a small order run, and I kind of want to downsize on my acrylic stands. As much as I had fun figuring out the design for them, they're really heavy to bring around, and they do get a lot of eyes, and I get a lot of compliments on them, but they don't move. So I think it's time to retire them. So this Persona 5 standee will be the last one, period. Last one for the final Texas show of the year. I still have a lot of leftover character standees, but you know, I'll figure out something to do with that later. We'll see how day 2 goes. It's the same hours, I believe, still 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So, all right. What the heck? Oh. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock right now. A lot of people have left to go to meet and greets and panels. Yeah, my last transaction on card was literally 2 hours ago. So I have just been sitting, walking around, talking to people. This is rough. And I've talked to other vendors who have also done other Anime Impulses, and we were comparing the differences. My only experience only being Anime Impulse OC. One of my friends was saying that this first year show is still better than other Anime Impulse first year shows. We both agree that this show definitely has the potential to grow. Like, things that moved for me in OC do not move for me here. My shirts have barely moved. My shirt box is the fullest I've ever seen it at a show. It's just very strange. Shopping in Artist Alley is not a priority. Anyway, I guess I'll just go zone out for the next 2 hours until it's over. And that's the end of Anime Impulse Dallas. I think you can tell from my tone that I don't have the most positive thoughts and feelings about this show. During the last 2 hours, it noticeably slowed down by a lot. A bunch of card dealers for Collectors Expo just started wrapping up and leaving early, and then everyone just started leaving, and just felt emptier and emptier. It was really slow. There were people, but no one was buying. They just wanted to window shop. Now, there's a lot of factors going on. I mean, it could be it's a first year show, first time in Dallas. There wasn't a lot of marketing. A lot of people didn't know what to expect from the show. People were just here for like guests and meet and greets. It was good to experience it, and now I know what to expect. If I choose to return next year, I really have to think about it. The only reason I would return is because it's local. I talked to a couple of vendors who said they flew in for this, and they said that it wasn't the worst, but I think everyone's on the same page that this wasn't amazing. This really was, quote, one of those shows. That being said, I think the most positive thing from this weekend has just been just meeting a bunch of artists. I mean, everyone I met this weekend was just so nice and so cool and really talented. It's nice to know that I wasn't the only one suffering this weekend. You know, we were suffering together as a community in these trying times. Yeah, this is unfortunately last Texas shows for the year. I hope this isn't a reflection of what my shows in Texas will be like if I get into more. Maybe there was a reason why I get into out-of-state shows more. Thanks again, as always, for watching and supporting my vlog. If you guys want to support me more, you can check out my Instagram or Blue Sky. All the links should be in the description. Online shop is on there as well. At the time of this recording, the Persona 5 acrylic stand starter set has not sold, so there's one left if you were thinking about it. I have no other shows until Holiday Matsuri next month. Looking forward to that. Heard a lot of good things. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll be real, the energy here is like, this is the saddest artist alley breakdown I've ever been in. Everyone is just down. Everyone's just down. Myself included. I'm gonna pet the fuck out of Munchie when I get home.